Hey guys, how you doing? It's Kevtech here bringing another video on information technology. I hope you're having a good day. Happy Sunday. And today I want to go over real life tickets that you might see in your job. And I also want to go over how you prioritize your tickets. It's just going to be a small 2 tickets. That's it, nothing crazy. So, and I'm going to show you because you may encounter this in your job. Obviously, I go over real life tickets. I go over tickets that you might actually see in your job. You may encounter this. You may encounter this. You may not encounter this. But something that you have to be aware of because you might come across this issue. And I always go over weird issues, by the way. That's just me, because you may see this in your job. You may not see it in your job. So, obviously, you're new to my channel. I do IT videos, I do desktop support videos, I talk about how to get into IT. We do job resume reviews as well, and we also do live training as well. So when you hit the notification bell, that way you know when I go live. I really appreciate it. Click on that because we do hands-on training. And then when we do hands-on training, a bunch of people join the hands-on training, and we go over resumes, we do hands-on training, we go over the ticketing system, we go over Exchange, Active Directory, DNS, blah, 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 a bunch of different things. And it's free. It's absolutely free. So as always, rate, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And I want you to, today for this video, do me a favor. I want you to destroy the like button on this video, destroy the blue button, keep clicking the blue button until keep clicking the like button until it goes blue on this video. I greatly appreciate it. And let's go over these real life tickets. So I'm going to show you my screen as I always do. And I'm going to show you what's going on today with someone's computer account. There's some weird issues you may encounter in your job, by the way. So let's go into this. So let me share screen with you. All right. And I'm going to go over this in a way as a professional IT person, not just rushing tickets, if that makes sense. So the first thing you need to do, obviously, it's just 2 tickets today, but it gets very complicated. You're about to see right now. So first thing you want to do is you want to look at the priority of the ticket. On the right-hand side, it says low, and it says medium. So we have 2 issues right here. We have an issue with the computer has fallen off the domain. And we have an issue with the computer is a new hire. There's a new hire there, obviously. So let's go over the tickets one by one. So this is a new hire setup. The start date is tomorrow. So we have a new hire with the setup today. This is a ticket that you would regularly get if you're starting, like if you're new to IT, you're doing IT support, desktop support, you'll get a new hire request and you have to create the account. Either you have access to create the account or you only do some of it, and then you give some of it to level 2, and level 2 does it, if that makes sense. So it depends on the company, it depends on the environment, but we're gonna go over this today and the other ticket as well. So you wanna look at the other ticket as well. Since computer has fallen off the domain, Jimmy, remember Jimmy? We created a Jimmy account, and one of my other videos is like, Kevin, I can't log into my computer. See the screenshot below. So the trust relationship between this workstation and the primary domain has failed. So now we have a weird issue right here. So this is a really weird issue, and I'm going to show you how to fix that. So being an IT person, has been in IT for a while, we have to prioritize the tickets. So Kevin, how do you prioritize tickets? So this one, we only have 2 or 3 tickets, for example, right? We want to go over we're going to do the one that has the computer has fallen off the domain. You won't do the new hire because the new hire is not due to tomorrow. So you can do this later on today as you're working throughout the day. We're going to do the one that says computer has fallen off the domain because that user cannot do their job. If someone cannot do their job and it's hindering them from doing their job, so it's something that right away they're down for a really long time, or they're down for a couple minutes, or something else is going on with the computer. They can't do any work at all. You want to do that ticket first. So in your job, you want to do the ticket that's the most important one, is the one that the user is having an issue and they cannot do their job. So hopefully this makes sense. I have to go over this because some people will skip tickets. Like someone has an issue where they can't print, or someone has an issue where they have a meeting right now, and then you have to prioritize the tickets. You can't say no to the user. Like if someone's having an issue where they can't print, you have to help them. If someone's having an issue that they can't log in, you have to help them. If someone's having an issue where their computer is not working, you have to help them. If someone's having an issue where their monitor is not working and they cannot log into the computer because the monitor is not working, you have to help them. All right. So I hope this makes sense. All right. So let's see what's going on. I'm going to log in and see what the hell is going on with Jimmy. So let's log in. So it's going to be J Chan, I think. And I think it's password 123. I think it's. I think I changed it to welcome 123. Okay, there we go. Security database on the server does not have a computer account for this workstation. So at this point, Jimmy's calling you. Jimmy's like, hey, Kevin, I can't log in. I'm trying to log in. I put my username and password. It doesn't work. At this point, we're gonna have a series of problems. At this point, we're gonna have to log in as a local admin. So we have to get on the computer. Either you physically go to that computer and see what's going on. You're like, Jamie, do me a favor. Yes, Kevin. Go get a cup of coffee or something. Come back. Let me fix this for you. I think this is an issue where the computer is no longer in our system. So let me just check a couple of things here for you. All right. All right, Kevin. And I'll walk around with my laptop or whatever, and I have to go to the server and check. So let's go to the server too and see what the hell's going on with this thing. This is not normal. So I'm going to start from the beginning. So we're going to go to the start menu, click on server manager. We're going to click on tools. We're going to click on Active Directory users and computers. And immediately I'm going to go to computers because this is where we keep all our computers. And I see it's not there. So there's something wrong with this computer. Right away, I know there's something wrong with this computer because usually when you add a computer to a domain, it would be noticed here in the container. So there's a container, and the container is supposed to be is going to be there, and obviously there's supposed to be a computer here, and there's absolutely nothing here. So we know there's something wrong with that computer. So now I am obligated to log in as a local admin account, a local account, which is not on the domain, and I have to fix this computer. And I'm going to show you how I fix this computer. So since it's not working properly. So I'm going to move the server to the left-hand side. You cannot see my screen. And I'm going to do Control-Delete, pretend I'm on the computer. And I'm going to, since he walked away, I'm going to log in as a local admin because some of these computers have a local admin account that you could just log into in case the computer ever goes down. So all the companies, no matter what company you work at, unless I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, every company has a local account that you could log into as an IT professional in case something goes wrong with that computer and the user cannot log in. So you could log in as a local admin account or a local account to help them fix whatever issue they're having. So I'm going to log in as a local admin account, and I'm going to actually log in as a local admin account doing /administration because that's the account that I created when I first started creating this computer or this desktop, if that makes sense. Now that I did that, I want to see what's going on this computer. So we're going to go into, to fix this problem right away. I'm not going to get too technical. I'm going to just show you how to fix it. So basically you go into the C Explorer, you click on this PC, you want to right click on it, you hit properties, and we're going to do change settings. I'm going to hit change. I'm going to reverse whatever I did before. So basically I'm going to reverse, since it's not working, I'm going to reverse and put it back on the local group, on the work group, local group. So I'm going to remove it from the domain and I'm going to try to add it back to see if that fixes the problem. So I'm going to keep it alone as desktop 1. I'm going to put work group and I'm going to put work here and I'm going to hit OK. And it says you need admin rights to do that, which is totally fine by me. And let it do its thing. Let it do its thing. And it's going to ask me for the password for the domain controller. So Kevtech.local, the domain, which is totally fine with me. I already know what the password is. I have to fix, in order to fix it, so it's going to require you to have the admin password, the IT Helpdesk password, in order for you to actually take it off the domain, and it's going to make you restart. So we're gonna restart right now. So because this obviously it's not working, it's broken now. So there's an issue now. So now Jimmy Chan can't even log in or do anything. So he still went to go get coffee. He still hasn't come back yet. So we have to give him an expectation of how long it's going to take. So it could take 15 minutes. It could take 10 minutes. It could take 20 minutes. We don't know. So I say 15 to 20 minutes. You got to give an expectation, So now there's no domain, no nothing on this computer. You see, it's just one account. This is the local account that I started with at the beginning. So now I'm going to log into this. And I think it's capital W. No, lowercase w. I'm going to log into it again. And now I'm going to, so I reversed it by removing it from the domain. Now I'm going to reverse it again. I'm going to re-add it back to the domain. So I'm going to go back into it, to the C Explorer. I'm going to right click this PC. I'm going to hit properties. You have no idea how many times you may encounter this issue in your job. I encountered this issue several times where a computer just falls off the domain and it no longer works. And it's no longer inactive. So you have to fix it. This is the way you will fix it. There are other ways to do it, by the way. It's not just one method. There's several methods to fix it. And I'm going to hit domain. And I'm going to put kevtech.local. And let's see if it picks it up. It's supposed to pick it up. And it does pick it up. So I'm going to do administrator. So obviously, this is the domain controller password. Like I said, this is the domain. This isn't the local account. I know it's confusing because it says administrator. I created an account called administrator as a local account, and then I created another account called administrator on the server account on Active Directory, which is the one I'm trying to log into right now. So I know it's a little confusing, but no, basically I'm logging in with the Active Directory account, if that makes sense. So I'm going to do my password. And it should be able to add it back on the domain. Now it says Kevtech, the local domain. And every time you change your name on the computer, you have to restart the computer. It's going to make you restart. No matter what you do, it's going to prompt you to restart. So just restart it. And now, how do you confirm that this is actually working? Well, it'll tell you right here. I'll show you how do you know it's working. I'll show you real quick. So let it restart. Let it restart. All right, we're going to do Control-Delete. So you go to other user, it's just say Kevtech. So now it's in the domain, Kevtech. Now, how do you confirm even further that it's on the domain? You go back to your server. I'm going to go to my server. I'm going to click my Active Directory, and it should be there. It's totally, it's right there. It's right there. I basically added it back. It's right there. So now I see Jimmy Chan has come back. I'm like, hey, Jimmy Chan. Yes, Kevin. Can you log in for me one more time? Let's just see if it works. Yes, Kevin. Sure, I'll log in for you right now. So let's log in back again. We're going to do welcome 1, 2, 3, I believe. And it should let him log in. And voila, he's all set. Now it's working. Jimmy Chan, you should be all set. I took your computer off our system and re-added it again. It was a bug with our system. I'm sorry about that. But you should be fully all set. You should be fully set with this. If you have any issues or concerns, please let me know. You can always call me back. I'll be more than happy to help you. And I hope you have a great day. All right, Jimmy? Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate it. And then you go back to the ticket, and you close the ticket. And then, obviously, you can put a reply. Removes the computer from the domain and added it back. And then you close the ticket. Voila, that's it. So that's how you get that. That's how you close this ticket. So I know that's a little complicated, but that's how you would close it. Now I'm gonna just shut this one down. I don't need this running right now. Now we have a new hire ticket. I love my new hire tickets because they're kind of cool actually. So let's see what's going on with this one. So this is why I'm going over this. I'm going over this because the other one is more important. Remember what I just said. If it's something that's super important and the person cannot do their job, you have to do the other ticket first. No matter what, don't skip over them because they have to do their job. If they can't do their job, you're going to have a problem. You know, your manager's going to say something to you. Someone's going to say something to you. So you want to prioritize your tickets. All right. So we got a new hire request. Start date is tomorrow. Full time. Lauren Kelly, HR. All right. So just for this video, for the sake of this video, I have a computer right over here, by the way. And I'm going to add this computer to the domain. So I'm going to show you how to do that today. So this is a brand new computer. So let's just pretend that Lauren Kelly is starting tomorrow and I have to get her a brand new computer, which I have. I logged into this computer. Obviously, there's imaging and all this other stuff. There's a lot of stuff you could do. You could image your SSCM, Ivanti, PDQ, blah, blah, blah. But let's just pretend that this is a small company and you have to physically add a computer to a domain as opposed to imaging it, and you have to manually install the apps and stuff like that, okay? So I'm going to add this computer to the domain. And I'm going to go into C Explorer. How do I know that this computer is ready to be on a domain? I'm going to go into CMD. And don't worry, we'll talk about this in later videos. I'm going to show you how to add a computer to a domain, how to do the DNS, how to do the HTTP. So don't worry about that. It's just you know, the basic stuff today. So ping kevtech.local. Should work. It does work. All right. I'm going to add the computer to the domain. So how do you do that? So you go into the C drive, C Explorer, the yellow folder, you right click on this PC, you hit properties, change settings. I put this as desktop 1 by desktop 2, by the way, just so we don't get confused. So we have another desktop. Now I'm going to add it a domain. So we're going to do the domain and I'm going to do Kevtech, if I could spell, right? Kevtech.local. Hit OK. And same thing, it's going to add for that administration password, the one from the server. And then I'm going to log into it. And it should work. It should add it to the domain. This is basically a new hire. So I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to hit close. I'm going to hit restart now. So I'm going to leave this to the side. And let's create a new account. Let's just see what they want. So they want Lauren Kelly, HR manager, title, department HR. And they want me to add her to the HR group. So if it's not, there's no group, please create one. All right. So that makes sense. So I'm going to do Active Directory users and computers. We're gonna go into users right over here. We're gonna right click on it and we're gonna hit new user. And then we're gonna do Lauren. And then we're gonna do Kelly. So Lauren Kelly. So L Kelly, because the naming convention, remember we have naming convention first letter of the name and the last name. So L Kelly. And I'm gonna put for this one, I'm gonna put password 123, capital P, password 123. And then I'm gonna have the user change the next login. So when they log in, it changes it automatically for them. They have to change their password when they log in. So I'm gonna hit finish. So now they're completely done. And I want to add more information to it. So we're gonna do let's do email. So it's gonna be lauren.kelly@kevtech.local. It's just probably what they want, but let me just double check to see if this is correct. Yes, that is correct for this one. All right. So I'm gonna hit apply, and we're gonna go into. I'm gonna connect it to the H drive. So remember we have like this home drive, whatever. We have to set up an H drive for her. So how do you do that? You go into someone else's account and just mirror whatever it is. So we're gonna go into Jimmy Chan, because remember we created that account. We're gonna go into profile, and we're gonna copy him. We're gonna copy it because she needs a home drive directory. It's requested on the ticket. So we're gonna hit cancel. We're gonna go to her. And we're gonna do copy and paste, and we're gonna do J Kelly, apply, okay. And I want to confirm that it actually works. Remember, we went over this before. How do you confirm that it works? You go into C Explorer, go into your disk PC, go into the local disk, go into the home folder, and there should be a J Kelly folder right there, which there is. All right. So now we're gonna go back into looking for her. She should be around here somewhere. I just created her. Right. Obviously, if you can't find her, you could always search for her. So let me go back into this. We're gonna go into telephone number, and we're gonna do comma xxx/xxx/xxx, and we're gonna hit apply, and we're gonna go back into organization, job title. So they already gave her a title. So she's HR manager. And department is going to be HR. And then company is going to be Kevtech. And we're going to hit apply. Okay. And then she needs access to be part of a distribution group called HR, which I don't think there's a HR distribution group. So that now it's getting a little more complicated because they're asking for a bunch of requests. So let's create a distribution group called HR. So we're gonna do new, right click here, right click the users. Depending on how you set up in your environment, hit new, I'm gonna hit new group. I'm gonna do a distribution group and we're gonna call it HR. And we're gonna hit okay. And then you could add her to it by clicking on her, or you could add her to it by clicking HR. So I'm gonna do the HR way. So I'm gonna double click on HR. I'm gonna click members. I'm gonna add her as a member in it. So we're gonna do A.L. Kelly. Check for names, apply, okay. So now, see how this request gets a little complicated? Now, they want me to give her access to the HR drive. Do we have that here? Probably not. So we're gonna go into local computers, local disk, this PC, and we're gonna create a folder called HR, all right? So we're gonna right click here, hit folder, HR. And then we're gonna make this into a shared drive folder. So we're gonna hit properties, we're gonna hit sharing, we're gonna hit share, and we're gonna do everyone. It's fine. Share, done. And then we're gonna go to security. We're gonna hit edit, and I'm guessing they want her to be part of it. So I'm gonna do add, and I'm gonna do L Kelly. I'm gonna add her to it, and I'm gonna give her modify access. Okay. Then we're gonna go into the event settings, and I'm gonna read and execute, and I'm gonna hit edit again. So we're doing Ntfs permissions right now. So do modify, hit OK. This subfolder, in these files only. Hit OK. Hit OK. All right, and she should have access now to this folder, and we'll map it. We'll map it. We'll map the whole folder when she logs in. I'm gonna show you how to do all that. So now the account is created. She's been added to distribution group. She's part of the HR group. She has HR access, folder drive access. She has a personal drive access, and she has a title and everything. So now we have to create the mailbox for her, otherwise she cannot send emails, obviously. So we're gonna go into Chrome or whatever you use, Exchange Admin Center. Obviously, everyone has their own setup for this. So I have my Exchange Admin Center. Let's see if this works. It should pick it up. It's gonna be a little slow. All right, and then you log in into your admin. Yeah, into your admin account. Obviously, if you didn't watch any of my other videos, I have lab videos on how to install Exchange Admin on a server 2016. So you should watch those videos, because I have videos on this, by the way, because I done this manually, and it's like a 50-minute video on how to install Exchange on the server, blah blah blah, and you can practice with this while being at home with labs and stuff like that. So I'm gonna hit the little user mailbox. Obviously, we're going to search for her. Obviously, because it's redirecting to the Active Directory, it will grab her on the system. And I'm going to hit OK, and I'm going to hit Save. So now she has a mailbox. She has everything set up. But the thing is that they want her as laurenkelly.kevtech.local. They want that email address. So I'm going to set that as a primary email address. How do you do that? You double click on Kelly, and I believe you go into email address, and we have this thing called automatically update email based on the email policy applied to this. So we're going to uncheck that. We're going to hit edit. We're going to hit add, sorry about that. And we're going to do lauren.kelly@kevtech.local. I'm going to make that a reply email address. That's the primary. I'm going to hit save. So I probably, let me see. Oh, because I put a dot. That's why it doesn't work. There we go. All right, there we go. Lauren.kelly. I'm like, why is that not working? All right, there we go. Should be good. So you see how it imported everything. HR says on the right-hand side. Her phone number says it on the right-hand side. And if you go to members of, it probably hasn't replicated yet, but she should be part of that. They should be part of that distribution group. It probably hasn't updated yet. So that's it. Now we're all set with that. Takes time to replicate in the system. So now we're all set. Now we're gonna log in as her. So we have the computer right over here. I'm gonna move this to the left. And obviously, when you set up a new hire, you want to make sure you log in. You want to make sure you create shortcuts. You want to make sure you map everything for them. You want to make sure you set everything up for them before you send this computer. So we're gonna pretend this is a laptop, whatever. And we're gonna log in, and we're gonna do a bunch of shortcuts. And I'm gonna show you what you should be doing when you're setting up a new hire. Okay? This is super important, by the way. So I'm gonna do other, and I'm gonna do the username convention is L Kelly. So I'm gonna do L Kelly, and I think it's password 123. And yeah, it is. So we're gonna do change password next login. So remember, we put password 123. I'm gonna make it welcome 123 capital W. Welcome 123 capital. I know it's not secure, but just for now, just to log her in. All right, and it should log her in. Lauren Kelly should be logged in successfully. So now I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna log in as her. So that means you have the password saved in your head or whatever, and you're gonna have her reach out to you if this is a laptop you're sending to her. Because you see the special request on this. It says, give her a laptop, docking station, monitor, keyboard, mouse to work from home. So this is pretend this is a laptop. So I'll log in as her, right? And I want to do shortcuts and stuff like that. So we're gonna right click on email. We're gonna get rid of this nonsense. We're gonna get rid of this nonsense. We're gonna right click here. Obviously, I right click and hit unpin from taskbar. Right click here, show taskbar, show Cortana. I'm gonna get rid of all this nonsense. Seems to be successfully connected. I am going to leave Edge here. Me, I love doing things professionally. I'm gonna put Internet Explorer in here. I'm gonna set that as a taskbar as well. Then I'm gonna open up Chrome. I'm gonna set that as a taskbar as well. There we go. So the icon looked weird for a second. All right. And then I'm gonna, because this is a new hire, I want to set everything. I want to make sure the H drive is here too. Actually, the personal drive should be here. Jay Kelly's right there. Look at that. And I'm gonna drag it and put it on the desktop for her, just to make her life a lot easier. And then I'm gonna map the HR drive, and you can make it any letter you want, and you should be able to map it. I'm gonna show you how to map it. So we're gonna go back into our server. I'm gonna close out of this, and we're gonna close out of this. We're gonna go into C Drive Explorer, this PC, local disk. Obviously, there's more than one way to do it. You know, I'll go in depth later on about shared drive permissioning and Ntfs, but for now, let's just map it for her. So we're gonna right click on it. We're gonna hit Properties. We're gonna hit Sharing. We know this is the path directory. We're gonna copy this. So I'm gonna hit Copy. And how do you know it works? You just literally go into it. So it's gonna be like that. So we're gonna go and map this for. So some people want this as a special. Some people want this as a shortcut. So, and you'll get this as a job interview question, by the way. I'm letting you know right now. How do you map a drive? How do you map a shared drive for somebody? Or how do you map a drive for someone? So you go into C Explorer, you go to this PC, you right click on this PC, you go into add a network connection. Oh no, sorry. Well, actually that's one way to do it. I'm gonna do map network drive. Sorry about that. And then you could call it. You could put whatever letter you want. Me, I like to do things a certain convention, a certain way. This is gonna be the H one, and then we're gonna map that path directory. If that makes sense. So should be that path directory. Give me a second. Should be that HR path directory. You should be able to copy and paste it. It may not work. It might work. So it's not gonna let you. It's not gonna let me do it. So that's totally fine. So we're gonna do when GLOO. I should have renamed my server. Server so complicated. Review 71-HR. See if that works. It should work. There we go. So now it's there. And me as a professional in IT, I will put this there as well. You know, it's just common sense for me. That's what I would do. All right. So now we set that up. We know this is working. We know this is working. We know all these bookmarks are set up. All right, do I have Excel here? All right. So we're gonna do Excel. We're gonna put that as a shortcut. It's totally fine. Asking me about information, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to do that. It's totally fine. It's logged in as Sources Lauren Kelly right there. I'm going to do Word. This is the way I work. I put shortcuts for everything. I'm going to put Word as a shortcut. And then we're going to do PowerPoint as well. Put that as a shortcut. And then we're going to do Outlook. So, we know that we created an Outlook account for her. So let's see what happens when we try to add it. So hit Outlook, connect. Just do Exchange, yes. Let's see what happens. This may work, this may not work. Let's see what happens. Yep, added successfully. No, done. And it should open. Oh, didn't open at all. Okay then, that's weird. Yes, certificate for this. All right, so we're having an issue with her Outlook account. Let's see what's going on. So I'm gonna do control panel. I'm gonna do new mail. I'm gonna do small icons. Click on mail. Show profile. We're gonna hit a new one. New. Lauren. So it's asking me to install certificate. So let's just see what happens. See if this actually opens on the new one. Yeah, so it's not letting me install it because it's missing a certificate. So let's see what happens. Open Outlook, view certificate, install certificate. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna work because I kind of mess with the registry and stuff like that. So that's the reason why it doesn't want to work. It's totally fine. Let's do control panel. We're gonna remove that. I'm gonna remove that. We're gonna open up Outlook again. Let me set up my account manually. I'm gonna do, let's see if we do this one. Right, it might work, it might not work, because I messed around with the Exchange server a little bit, and I messed something up. So advance. So I did mess something up. Can I open the attempted login folder has failed? So I did mess something up when creating the folder. So let's see. Let me see something. So I'm going to users. I can't see it. I'm gonna go into app data. Let's go into Outlook. Yeah, it's gonna give me that problem because give me that problem because I kind of broke my server today. Just letting you know. It's totally fine, you know. This is not gonna work. It's totally fine. But you get the gist. So basically, you basically put Outlook, Word, PowerPoint, Excel. It's not gonna work for me because I don't have a Cisco router set up with the HTTP DNS. I don't have certain things set up for Exchange to work on a real life scenario. But that's okay. Don't worry about it. So that's it. That's pretty much it. So then you basically, when you're done with the account, you basically just log off and then call it a day, and you're done. So that's it. And then you ship this computer or laptop to Kelly, and she should be all set. And hopefully this video helps you out, and hopefully this helps you out. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. As always, rate, comment, subscribe, give me a thumbs up. Really appreciate it. And I hope you have a great Sunday, and I hope this video helped you out with that, with the 2 issues, okay? And you guys have a great day. Take care. Peace. Later.